Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to go through Nightmare, probably the first 10 stages, but a lot of people have already beaten Apex 20. It's not even a joke. There's already 10 people who have beat Apex 20, and it's like, what's the point of even having something like this if so many people can beat it this quickly? Like, people stuck at Apex 7, the top 30, 40, there you go. Hell 100, 41. So the top 40 people have already got in there. It is what it is. I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed. We've got this new mode, Odyssey Rush, as well. So let's give likes. Why not? It's very similar to how it was before, but you do get some goodies if you do get into the top 100. As you can see, we're at 800 at the moment. So let's go ahead and see if we can change that. But I don't expect to get there. I've got to record all these videos, so doing them 10 at a time is very difficult compared to just clicking, start, and, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and have some fun. Let's have some fun with it. So that was the team setup that I used, by the way, to clear all of Abyss. It does include Tsukiyomi, but it's because you basically take no damage when Emily, Tsukiyomi, and Gaia are all on the same team. I've tested this multiple times. It is primarily because of Tsukiyomi's interaction with how many corrode stacks are placed on from Emily. Emily increases a stack limit as well as applying 5 corrode stacks to each enemy, and as well Gaia does damage reduction as well. So we're going to stick this in. This is the one that we can go for, or you can do Monarchs as well. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. If you are stuck at a particular mission, I would check the Discord out in the first instance. So this is what I mean. So we're not going to take any damage, and we're going to kill these guys right off the bat. So we'll see in a minute. We apply all of our corrode stacks, so that's 5 corrode stacks per enemy here. We get the Holy Shield out of the way. We are also increasing our attack and defense. That is something that I did need to go through as well, is my current Hope Tree build, but I think I'll be resetting it because I have just found out some information with regards to a bug, or a visual bug anyway. Apparently you can have unlimited ultimates after a dodge with the Grace of Shadows, which is why people have been able to complete it so quickly. Unfortunately, it is what it is. That's just how people are using it with Grace of Shadows. Not really much of a thought for Grace of Hunters. Again, we do get the bonuses here. It looks like Tsukiyomi to do the most, but I think what we'll do, we'll skip through. I don't think we need to build around this Monarch synergy because we've still got Nightmare, and then we've got Hell difficulty to get through. So we've got to make a dent in these right now. Otherwise, I'm not going to get to release Hell 100 as I did in the last season. I did complete Hell 100. I did have the footage for it, but again, I just don't have time these days to record it all. Work is too busy. Life does get in the way, so take it as you will. So this is why I'm going to push through right now, at the very start of the season. And then once we get to 10, what I'm going to do is just go in and check my Hope Tree out, the current build that I've got for it as well. I have maxed out. In fact, I don't even need to do that. I think what I can do is it on here? No, it's down here. Here we go. So, position bonus. This is what I've done with my Hope Tree. I've got Grace of Shadow here. I've got 1 in Grace of Illusion, but you can change that out for energy generation. So I've got energy generation down here, energy generation down here, and then this can be energy generation as well. And then you max out Grace of Shadow and you max out Grace of Hunters. Elysian is okay, but it just gave me that back row slot. So you'll see in a minute when we jump into this battle. Grace of Elysians will proc, and it will give Emily the Mystic Fountain underneath once all of these buffs have gone away. So there you go, Grace of Elysians underneath there. And again, it's a very strong effect, the Grace of Elysians, but it needs to be very high level to have super high impact, which is why I think I'm going to change things up slightly for the next video. In fact, I'm only 5 minutes in. Let's clear 10, and then let's see yeah, round one. I didn't really expect anything else, but let's go ahead and reset the hope tree. So you can jump in. We do have free resets all week. So we'll confirm free resets. You can pick and choose as well. So as you can see on here, select all. You can just choose the ones that you do want to reset. I've gone for reset all because we do want to, in fact, level up. There we go. And let's go ahead and get our energy generators first. So you go for energy generation in 1. You want on 2. You can go for Grace of Claw, and you can go for the additional dodge as well, which will play into the Grace of Hunters, but I still think the energy generation will be better. So we'll jump in energy generation for that slot. For Grace of Hunters, we want to go up here first. For Grace of Shadow, we want to go right hand side. So this is slot 3 and slot 4. You want to go for your right hand path and then slot 5. It's up to you. It depends on how much energy you're generating, whether or not you want to invest in this. The reason that I went for Grace of Elysian is because I think the front 2 slots will be enough. But for now, we'll do some testing. We'll get this on here. Now let's go ahead and build up Grace of Shadow, and then let's check this out. So apparently, when you get your Grace of Shadow up to level 5, you will effectively dodge all ultimate attacks. You'll dodge and respond with an ultimate attack. So let's go ahead and level you up all the way. And then this is why on 2, you can choose to go with this because you increase the dodge rate of all allies. So effectively you would get your dodge and you would also get damage reduction as well. But that's not super important. What we're looking for now is Grace of Hunters. So let's get Grace of Hunters up as high as we can. Go for damage boost for all units. And we'll level you up and level you up again. Level you up again. And final one. And then we can go ahead and look at energy production for these 2 slots, or the 3 slots technically. We'll level you up again. And then we go to 5, we can level you up. And then do we need more in this tree to level up further? No, we don't. So we can max that out if we wanted to, or we could pump these up. I still don't think it's going to be super relevant, but I think we could go ahead and level you up. And we can go ahead and level you up as well. So that is the Hope Tree investment. You can also, if you're still not sure on the energy thing, you can also invest in this section here. So you'd want to, oh, not this section, the energy generation section. So you could invest in 1, 2, and 5 as well. And then that way you get the most benefit, really. I'll do these, yeah, hold on. And there we go, so we've jumped back in. And as you can see, it's relatively the same, except now, if you compare it to previously, you do have in this slot, this 5th slot, it looks like energy generation rather than additional damage. So if you're suffering with damage, you go ahead, reset, and you put your damage in this back slot. Or you can go ahead, if you're struggling with too little energy generation, then you put this back slot as number 5 as well. So let's jump in. Again, I don't suspect too much of a difference at this particular level. I think it more depends on later on. Now, we do get energy based on action as well. So these 3 slots here will now gain energy based on their action, or them taking action anyway. And it looks like we've got loads of damage in here anyway. The fact that we've been able to pump up our Grace of Hunters and Grace of Shadows means that when we get to 200 energy, we're going to start to dodge all attacks from these enemies. It won't do altogether too much right now, but again, it will come in handy later on, to say the least. So we do gain some energy, and we did take a double action, and also Mulan. Every time she attacks, she will, or does a follow-up attack, is counted as an action as well. So something to keep in mind there. And I think what we'll do, we'll skip through to 15. We'll have a watch of 15. I don't suspect too much resilience at this stage. I don't suspect too much resilience anyway. Yeah, especially not with this team. This team it's just, I think this is going to be top tier, this team. yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, so 15, round 2, not too bad. Again, we'll power through. And in fact, do you know what? How long have we got? We're only 10 minutes in. So let's go ahead and push through to 25. And we'll get 25 out the way and done. And what I'll do is I'll try and build around 25 as well. So, but with this particular hope tree setup, I don't think you can go wrong. Or at least I don't think you'll have much resistance, because you are primarily relying on that hope tree damage over everything else. So just something to keep in mind. It's 22, 23, 24, 25. Wish it were that simple. Just count it upwards. It took us a little longer on that time, and Gaia did go down. Oof, not bad. So this is, we'll go with Glorians. We'll build a Glorians team. So deals 50% damage to one random enemy and applies 3 stacks of effect accuracy. This is lose 1 HP when performing a basic attack. We have deals 40 damage to 3 random enemies and applies 3 stacks of crit reduction rate. So we're not going to be critting this guy. Attacks all enemies, and he does damage equal to the number of debuffs. So we want a unit which removes debuffs, like for example, Aphrodite will remove debuffs. You want Lily and Leah, who will remove debuffs. You want Lachesis, who will remove debuffs as well, to try and counter this guy. From round 10 onwards, all allies receive max HP revival effect. So again, very, very strong. But I still think Mystifiers. I think Mystifiers are going to do the most damage to this guy. A pretty standard setup would be to go for Elmer in slot 1, and then Undying Shield as well. And it looks like, so you've got Elisha, Cleo, you've got Ophelia, Gaia, and Mulan. And then this team, in comparison, you've got Cleo, Dullahan, Mulan, Astrid, and Tsukiyomi. If you take Dullahan out, or if you don't have Dullahan, if you don't have Cleo for this particular team setup, you just pop Emily in there. I promise you, Emily with her exclusive runes will do the business. Now this one, pretty standard: Elmer, Ophelia, Cleo, Dahlia, and Elisha as well. Very, very strong. So not too tough, this boss, to say the least. I don't think so anyway. So we'll go with this this particular team setup. We do apply our 5 stacks of corrode to the enemies, and then Gaia will then apply an additional stack of corrode to these guys as well. So as you can see, we're up to 10 at the moment. That's the highest that we can go to, but it does put us up to 50 stacks. So 50 stacks for Gaia's passive, which means we get 30% damage reduction from the start of battle. And we also get an increase of, I think it's 15 or 750%, something like that, with Gaia on the team. And as you can see, we're not doing any damage to these front row guys, but we are healing back up as well. So looks like Tsukiyomi's taking a lot of healing as well. That's quite cool. We do proc that Holy Shield effect, so we have removed this. We've taken a chunk out of the boss's Holy Shield here with all of our corrode procs. The boss currently has 10 stacks of corrode on him, plus as well the burn is going to really pop off, especially with Emily. Emily applies that burn. She applies all of that burn and all of the corrode stacks as well. It only pumps Gaia up more. Unfortunately, Tsukiyomi not very good against these types of bosses because she's not attacking a back row, which means that you're going to need to wait for these guys to die, these minions to die, before you're able to start attacking with Tsukiyomi. But again, it's not going to be a problem because we're hitting this boss with a number of corrode effects. Mulan also attacking back row. I've recently just got her exclusive runes, and it's doing very well. It's doing very well. I don't think I've got red. I think I got her just to exclusive. But we didn't take off too much damage to this boss. We didn't do too much damage to this boss because the corrode stacks aren't high enough, which is also why Dullahan is on the team, or can be on the team. So you would take out Catherine in this instance and you would pop Dullahan on the team to increase that corrode stack limit. So now we're up to 200% and Gaia's going to start to pop off. So looks like we're up to 200 energy, and every time there is a miss on the team, we're going to respond with an ultimate attack. So you need to survive the first couple of rounds, and then yeah, so this is going to pop off every single time. So Gaia, again, it's just going to be a chain. It really is. It's very, very strong. So we get a miss, so Gaia's going to pop her ultimate again, and Emily is going to pop her ultimate as well, applying even more stacks of corrode, even more stacks of burn. I think we've hit the limit for everybody else. I think we've applied as much burn as we can. It's just this front run, or this front slot. Yeah. I think we've hit all of the maximum corrode limit and maximum burn limit for this particular boss. So we should see a lot of damage this time around. This is what I mean by yeah. So we did. Oh, Emily. Yeah, Emily, she is MVP this season. It really is. With Tsukiyomi out, Emily is going to really pop off, I think. But that's just me. And that's 25. So thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day. And let me know how it goes for you.